Okay, here we go again. This is Canva session, just basic Canva training session. This is for those, assuming you already know how to register, but if not, I can quickly go on there for you. So what you need is www.canva.com. What is Canva used for? That's what you want to find out. So there are loads of things that Canva can be used for, especially maybe if you're a young person, you want to gain an understanding of all these apps and softwares online, what exactly are they used for. So of course you can see this is for young people. Now I'm going to digress a bit. You can see your parents are going to work. Some of them, they are digital technicians. They do a lot of things. They could be affiliatepreneurs. They could be working with organizations, and then they'll be given tasks to do some designs, some graphic designs. And that's why Canva is there really, to be able to support them with their task. Okay, so there are different things that Canva can, you can do with Canva. Let me say it that way. Now, of course, I'm already registered. So as you can see, if I'm trying to create and register, it won't let me go. So the first step, you have to go and register yourself, put the email address and your password, and then of course you will need to confirm that in your email. Once that's done, this is what your background is going to look like. So if you want to create, okay, so before that, there are different designs you can create. You can create documents, whiteboards. I'll click each one of them so that you can just have a look what it looks like, just a quick one. So any visual document you can create. So like for instance, let's see this one, right? So let's assume I want to create. That's what's going to look like. It's going to come up with different things that I want to design. So in this case now, it's a document. So rather than going on Microsoft Word, if you just want to be quick in some of the things you're doing, this is what a Canva can do for you. So let's click back. Hopefully we'll send those back to the very parts. Otherwise, you can also click on these three dots on the left, okay? And you see, well, that's one of the reasons why I do want to click that back. Okay, we're back here. Yeah, that's it. I think it opened for us a new window. And then the other things, looking at templates, okay, we'll be able to find out various other things that you can do looking at the templates. And you can see on here is divided. Yeah, the one I'm looking for is no, not this one. There's another one I'm looking for. Uh, Design Spotlight. Yeah, that's it. Design Spotlight. So it tells you what you can do with it, visuals, visual document, photos and videos. If you want to print, you upload your printing, especially if you're into printing business, like merchandise. You can see it says print on there, or go back to Design Spotlight and marketing. So for today, the part that we want to focus on is the marketing. And the aspect that I really want to talk about is the colors. Okay, the colors. So when you're designing and the color seems a bit too light, too dark, and why do we have to be concerned with the colors? Is because there are some people that are colorblind. So we just have to try and look for a lighter or a brighter color to help them to be able to see the advert and not get disinterested or discouraged. So I can close this now and go back to my first design. Let me try and find it here. Okay, so this is it. Now what I'm trying to create here is the background for Domiros digital. Okay, so Domino's digital internship opportunity. So let's assume, let me just put it on there first, and then I can make up my mind in terms of Domino's digital internship. Yeah. So we're gonna of course expand that if I want it to go that way. If I don't want it to, don't forget, I said we talked about colors, but we can't get into colors without designing yet. So you can space the letter. Can you see? You can give the letter space. You will see spaces appearing in between the letters, or you can just decide, well, I don't want it to go too far. And then letters, line spacing, watch what happens. Okay, so you can do your line spacing if you don't want the line to be too much. So, and that's it. Then, of course, this is covering, so I can move it down a bit, and I can move the next one down a bit. Okay, now the thing is, I don't really need this marketing, so I can remove that. And I don't really need this strategy 2025, so I can remove that. Another thing is that I can change the font if I want to. Let me see if I can find, and there are special fonts there if you want to, but I'm going to just give it a try just to see. There's a specific font I'm looking for, and I'm hoping I'll be able to find it because they are usually capitals. So I'm trying to find out whether there is something that will give me what I'm looking for, which is more of small versus capital letter. So let me try something. I'm going to try it. Yeah, as you can see, the fonts that I'm using, they are only based available in capital. So I'm going to say Control Z. Hopefully it works on here. Yep, it works on here. I think, yep, it works. So Control Z is to undo what you have previously done. So I've done Control Z. Now let's try and see whether I can find any capital versus small letter version. If not, I'll leave it like that. But I just of course because of our timing, but I just want you to like have a look and see different fonts out there. Of course, Canva gives you some recommended fonts, as you can see on here, of course, and that's if you want it. So yeah, none of those ones that I want. And textiles, let's try on the textiles. It's coming on in heading or subheading. You can see that the font will change based on the subheading. Now, if I try body, that's going to change. Now, on that body, let me try and see whether it will make it capital versus small letter for me. But before that, I can expand it if I want. You can see that it can be difficult to get more information on here. So increase the font size, yeah, so that you'll be able to see. And then let's try something. Let's just try something again. I just want to see if by any chance, I don't have enough time to look for which one will give me small letter. But anyway, we have tried. Let's hold on to the one we have. So let's assume that, okay, I want to remove this one as well. And I want to remove this one as well. You can just click on it and delete. I can leave this on here, and I can duplicate the design by just copying on this side. Just copy on, no, not that much. I just want to copy only this part, and then Control C. I might then choose to put it on this side as well. Control C is copy, and on here, Control V, which is to paste. Okay. Now, don't forget that I said this one is the back of Zoom. So let's try and see. There are different things out there, don't get me wrong. That's why you also have here design templates. There are loads of these design templates here. You can choose whichever one you feel is okay with you. The ones with this pro shows that you have to pay for it. And if you're an intern working with us, all you need to do is look for the ones that don't have this. Now, another thing I can do is I can change this picture if I find something. If I find something that's, let's say, is IT based. Now, let's see how we can do that. Let's see how we can do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove this shortly. Let's find out how we can do that. Now we got a template. Now let's try and look for if there is any. No, we don't need these tiles because I think I'm fine with that. Let's look for fonts for our design. Let's try and look for font set. Let's see whether there is anything that could be cool for us to use. Okay, small and capital letter is what we are looking for now. I've forgotten what it's called. So something of this nature. Let me see whether I can find any more. Right. Okay. Um, Okay, let's try this OVO. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, that's it. I think that looks like what we're looking for. But don't forget, if you go and change it again, it's gonna go back. So Domeros. I'm getting used to this laptop day by day. Domeros digital internship. Of course, the first letter I want it to be capital. Program. Domeros digital internship program. So again, I can choose we're done with that. So we can go back. Okay. I can choose to change the pictures, the image. So let's see whether we can find any new image. So that's basically what the image is all about, the image palettes. That's basically what is currently on here. Okay, but we can then decide to choose whichever one we want if we wanted to. Well, as you can see, that guy on here is a bit far. I mean, the board is a bit far. We can choose to change it if we want. But let's assume that I don't want that, and I want to try another picture. So let's see whether we can find. We're coming off this one. Let me see whether we can find anything in elements. Okay, so let me try and look for digital. Let me try and look for anything. Let me just say digital. Let's see whether anything comes up. The graphics, the photos, yeah. Let's see whether we can find anything. What about this? What about this one? What if we use this? As you can see, there are loads of pictures, so we can even choose this one. So how do we change it? How do we change it? I can delete it. If you watch what's gonna happen now, I can just click remove and it's gone. And I can just go back on here. If I want this one, I can keep it here. Or because this, remember that one that I clicked is still on here as well. Or if I want, I can remove that one and change it to this one. The only thing is that you can see that this is kind of different. Yeah, that's it. So if I just get it in there, it'll be good because Domino's Digital is more into supporting and empowering young people to be able to gain those skills that are required or necessary for employment as well as business setup. Okay, so that's that one done. Now let's go into the color. Remember, we're talking about the color. Let's try and see. If I click on here, let's assume it is very dark. Yeah. And no, this one is even still better, but we're just going to assume. Okay. Now, if you notice, I think the space is too much. So I'm going to try and increase it a bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I would probably love that font, that to look for one kind of font style, the one that is really good. But let's try the colored one. So as you can see, the color, this is the color. Yeah. I can decide. No, that's for background color. Let me click on here. Let's go back to text color. So if you want to like change it or tone it down or tone it up a little bit, you just click on here. So I can just choose something a bit bright, or I'm not choosing that one, but I'm just giving you example. So if you look at it, you will see that it will be toning up or down depending on what we want. So if we go to the left, and then you can see the colors, the numbers are here. Okay, so some can be really dark. If I click on it, this one is still even okay. So let's try again. Let's try that one. That one seems to be okay. We know that it's still red. Okay. So it depends on where you want to move. Now, if I click this one, and I go back, it might be giving me some other options. So if you want it to be brighter, if you want your design to be a bit bright, you can just click on go around, and you will be seeing the number, the color numbers or the color variations there. So this is it really. This is it really. Try to look into that. Oh dear. That keeps coming through. I definitely need to get rid of this what's it called on WhatsApp. Okay, so that's basically what it is. And if you want to change the color, let's say I choose to today, not today. let's say I choose to like change the color. I can just go on here and change it. And I can also just click on here to increase the font size. Okay. But I think I'm loving, I'm sure there are even more designers out there than me, but I'm just showing you something. Okay. Nobody's perfect. So don't worry. That I can actually separate it because I want Domino's Digital to stand out. So I can just leave it there. And then you can see that I copied it and then I can just click paste. Okay. So this is the other part that I copied. I can also click to make it bigger. Now for this Domino's Digital, I can choose red, I can choose blue. So let me try and go back to my red. I just showed you that color. And let's make sure that it's okay. So let's see. Is it possible for me to find a font for this? We go to text and let's see whether we can find something really interesting to use. As you can see, there are loads of free and paid style option as well. There is something that I found, but no, I'm not going to use that one. Let's try this one. Let me just try this one. Let me see what it comes up to be. Superman. I'm gonna try Domiros. Oopsie. Oopsie. Okay. Let me try Domiros. Let me see what it gives me. Domiros. Interesting. And let's reduce it by just decreasing the font size. Da 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 da. Okay, I think this is looking cool. It's just that I have some reservations. So let me just keep trying. Now, this mom, you can just click on here. Hopefully I can get it because it's kind of hiding under. Yeah, that's it. I got it. But got back again. Yep, that's it. Now let's try typing digital. Oh, did you notice something just now? It says on group. Okay, so it's making it difficult for me because it's being grouped together. Let me click on group. And now that I've clicked on group, let's go back again, see if it's gonna work. Yeah, digital, is it working? Yeah, that's it. Hopefully it will type. Yep, that's it. So Dominos digital. Okay, so let me delete this and try to, now I gotta group it back. Don't forget it because I ungrouped it. Now I don't want to add this to the group. This one, I don't want to add it to the, that is the beauty, I would say, of this when you're trying to separate them. So because one is overlapping, that's why it does that. Okay, so let me find a place to just hide this one for now. And then let me try to group only these two together. Okay, group. Let's see whatever goes with it. Control Z, because we grouped what we didn't want to group. And the one we really wanted to group is not moving. So we click on group. And then I get rid of only this one. I don't want other ones to go with it. Bring it back here. And then I don't want this one as well. Bring it back here. That you can see those lines is actually telling you it's in the center and it's at the center of the other part as well. Okay, so we can freely move Domiros and we can freely move digital. So I can choose whichever way I want to put it, whether here, whether there, or whether here. I can just choose and then I can change the font for this one. I can make it blue if I want to because I got red and blue here. So I'm trying to do some form of color matching. That is too light, of course. That goes too dark. I can just keep it at this. And don't forget this one is orange. So I can change it to red. Okay. Hopefully it's cool. If you don't like that, what's it called? Let me know. Okay, you can try again. But if as you can see on the right here, there are loads of options out there. Yeah. So one thing I say about graphics is this. Number one, color, understanding about color, what's it called? Like colors, really. very important, and how the matching colors with what you're trying to do is important. Another thing that I found out is this is about looking at you got to have a heart for it, really. Otherwise, it can be really tricky sometimes to do the design, because when you finish, it's gonna look like, "Oof, I don't even know whether it's nice. I'm trying my best. I don't know whether I want to go for design." All of you that when they were telling us to do art when we were young and we ran away from the class, especially if you come from African country, because you try to avoid the beating. This is this is where it tells on us. So if you're at home or you have children, they are running away from art, please try and encourage them and say, please learn some basics at least. Please just try and learn some basics. Please try and encourage them, because it'd be really, really cool. Now, you can see that I tried to settle that in between. It didn't work. So what I'm doing now, I'm clicking the end key on my laptop to move it up and down. Okay. I'm just trying to see if that I can stay in between. Okay. So Domino Digital Internship Program. I'm going to try and expand this a bit more. Okay. Just making it look cool for myself, and of course for people that are going to be checking. So Domino's Digital Internship Program. So if I want to add something to it, I've explained to us how to tone down the colors, right? So let's assume I feel that, oh, this is too dark. I can come here again, just repeating myself now. I can come here again, make it a bit light, okay? So that maybe people who are struggling, they may be able to see it. Okay. Or yeah, I can just try different ones, but always remember, to add new color, you have to come here. Okay. To add a new color, you have to come here and just give it a try. Try different things at different times to see which one is working. Okay, don't give up on yourself. Don't feel bad about it. Let's just keep going. We're just going to get the, this is for our interns, especially those who are younger. Okay, so let me try something again. And I want this one, but I'm just thinking, it's getting too light than I expected. So if I do that, it gets too dark. So I just go from this. Yeah, I think I've achieved what I need. Okay, that is looking good. And as I said, you can put the digital any way you like. I can also add something, because don't forget it's I don't even need to, but I can if I want to. If you want to add another text, let me do it again, Control Z. So let's say I just want to add another text. This is it. Yeah. You just click on it and it appears. Once you click on that text box and it appears, I can just put something here to say, welcome, welcome, welcome to, yeah, Domino's Digital Internship Program, if I want to, yeah. So something of this nature, I can just look for a space here. That is too far because it might not read what I'm looking for. I can keep it on here. I can keep it on here. I should be able to turn it around if I want to. Okay. If I want to, but I don't want to. Okay. Now settling it is very interesting. Once you touch that bit, we want to appear back at 0 degrees. Okay. So I can add that, or I can remove it. Shall I just keep it there just to help us with understanding? Now, I got to go back and change the font in this case. Now, again, you want to try and pick, let's try and pick the font we used before. Okay, so in this case, I picked a font called Now. And let me try and use Now. I think that's the Now already. So let me change this one to let me change it to color blue as well. Ooh, hopefully this is looking good. I think we're done, really. What do you think? Yeah, give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you feel, how is she doing? Okay, if you feel, well, she's trying her best, give me a thumbs up, or in the what's it called, because I'm going to upload this. So give me thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, comments welcome. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you got what to do now. Thank you, everyone.